Test, test, test. Hey, everybody. Whiskey Victor 3 Victor, WV3V. Jason here. Hey, and we're on 6 meters right now. It is Thursday, June 4th at 2:58 or 14:58 local time. Working a little 6 meter magic band. And hey, NM5V, thanks for the contact. Getting some activity, so that's kind of cool. We're going to let this run for a while and see what kind of contacts we can make. Also, thanks to KA5 Papa Uniform Delta. Thanks for the contact there as well from Delta Mike 26, North Las Vegas, Nevada. And all right, thank you to Kilo Alpha 5 Delta. Nice. Thanks for the contact there. Let's see if we can try to get Kilo 3 November Oscar Quebec. Also in Texas, seems like 6 meters is facing, not facing, but favoring, by the way, Texas. So very cool. And the interesting thing about 6 meters is signals come and go as they please, which is very, very frustrating sometimes. So we'll see what happens. And we will try with N0 URB and see if we can make a contact with him or her. Apparently, they are in Las Vegas as well. So we will try. We can make a local contact. And there we go. And 0 URB. Thanks for the contact. And he is a local guy here in Las Vegas. So at least we know we're getting out locally. And the interesting part is when you start looking at the decodes, you can see that Japan is coming in on 6 meters. JG1TSG. So that's kind of cool. Let's see if we can make contact with this W2SKI. Let's see where he is at. Texas. Okay, there we go. Nice. Very cool. And we will keep trying at 6 meters. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Victor WV3V Jason in North Las Vegas, Nevada. Hopefully everybody is having a great afternoon. I am trying a little 6 meter activity here, which is always fun. And if you're checking out the channel, give a thumbs up, a like, maybe a subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I try to take in, whenever I can, do some activity on the air for amateur radio, photography, and also meteorite hunting. Haven't done any meteorite hunting in a while, but amateur radio all the time, and photography every once in a while. So for my setup, I've got a Yaesu FTDX-10 running about 80 watts. And it must be having some kind of issue with WSJTX, because here it just gave me an error there. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Let's try this again. So yeah, Yaesu FTDX-10 running about 80 watts, taking and going into a MFJ Nope, actually, we're running the vertical today. Running the Comet CHA 250 HD vertical, 80 through 6 meter vertical. And yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. All right, here we go. We got W2SKI, who is down in Texas. Nice. Let's see if we can complete a QSO with him on 6 meters, 50.313 right now. I see that some ham alerts are coming in for some other people that are operating on 6 meters as well. They don't call it the magic band for nothing. Again, signals come and signals go, which is kind of crazy. And you would think that we would take and we would use possibly FT4 for sketchy propagation. I'm not sure why. It would be quicker, and maybe the decode isn't as good. I don't know. If you happen to know and you're out there taking and listening, or you're watching the stream, maybe you can take and drop a comment in the comment section, because I would be very curious as to why most hams don't run FT4 when we have a situation like this. Propagation is in and out very fast. Why would we not use FT4? Good question, Jay. Posing it to the group. So we weren't able to make the contact with W2SKI, but we're trying again here. And see if we can't complete a QSO with Richard down in Texas. Thanks for being out there, Richard. Let's see if we can't complete the QSO from Las Vegas to Texas. All right, there we go. We were I'm a negative 19, and he is a minus 0.5 for reception signal strength. But I keep getting this error over here. Watch this. So I don't understand what's going on here. I must be getting some SWR power back into the system somehow. Watch. This will, when I transmit, see, it goes to 0, like something's going on there. That's new. I haven't had that issue before. Maybe because I'm in OBS. But I've been in OBS before and I haven't had any issues. So we were able to make it. There we go. W2SKI, thanks for dropping in and making the contact. Appreciate it. And once again, there's another Japanese contact, JA7JPZ. I wish I could hear them. I did take and switch antennas. Now we're on the MFJ cobweb, so we are beaming to the west. So maybe that'll help out a little bit, but I doubt it. And let's try for N5HHS, also in Texas. Ross, maybe we can make the contact from Vegas to Texas on 6 meters. And let's see, a minus 25 and a minus 6. So we'll see if we can complete this contact. Hey, and there we did. N5HHS. Thanks, Ross. Appreciate you being out there. and making a contact on 6 meters today. And just to give you a little bit of a tour, so I'm using just regular WSJTX. This is version 2.7.0. And then I am also using over here, I am using Mac Logger DX. So that is the program of choice for logging all of my contacts. And I have it set up to automatically take and log to Logbook of the World, QRZ, and Club Log as well. So kind of that automatic feature, which is really nice. I'm running a Mac here in the shack, and sometimes things can be a little problematic with Mac and ham radio, but this seems to be working quite well when it does work. And we will throw out the call sign a couple of times, see if we get any takers on calling CQ. And there are quite a few people that despise FT8 as an amateur radio mode. You know what? This is my comment to that. Enjoy it. It allows me to get in and on amateur radio. And some people might not have elaborate, extensive antennas. And maybe all they can do is throw out a wire or possibly have a vertical, depending on their QTH. And maybe this mode is the only mode that they can take and actually work, um, depending on their setup. The same with DMR or All Star or VHF UHF, right? There's enough of the hobby that it can go around and round and round, and you could spend a lifetime just exploring all the different avenues of amateur radio. So, you know what? There are some very purists out there about ham radio, and I understand there's a time and a place, and it's a great hobby, but there's just so many different things you can do with it. And again, this is just one of the modes of taking and working amateur radio. I also like to work CW quite a bit when I go out and do portable activations. So I would say to each their own in amateur radio. Again, if you just stumbled upon the channel, give a like, give a thumbs up, give a subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Try to make more content when I can, or just even get on the air, I would appreciate a subscription, or subscribing, I should say, to the channel. And if you have a comment, drop a comment in the comment section. I will try to get back to you. And again, we're just checking out some 6-meter activity from North Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, so I took and restarted WSJTX just to see what's going on there. I don't understand why it's doing what it's doing, but exiting out of and coming back into it, maybe that'll fix it. And maybe here we will try for Mexico, XE2TT. I think I talked to him the other night. Yep, sure did. But we'll try again since 6 meters is open. And we'll see if our propagation is making it down into Mexico. Wow, and I see NO7BS is working or trying to work PJ4NX. Very cool. Very cool. Normally I am still at work, but we're on a summer schedule now. So it's kind of nice to take and come home and play radio when the band actually is open. Most times I'm not off work until anywhere between 4:30 and 5 o'clock. So this makes it a little nice. Hopefully the band will open up. We may actually have some auroral activity tonight also. We did see a little bit of CME activity from the sun within the last 24 hours. So we might have aurora tonight, possibly here in Las Vegas. Around, I think, 1700. It'll still be way light, but you never know. We might be able to get a glimpse of it. And that is always cool to go out and actually see. So that's part of the other hobby, is taking out the cameras and setting up the cameras to possibly catch some aurora. So I just got a ham alert for K6EGG, but I am not seeing him. Okay, there we go. W6UT5UF. Okay. So we're getting some activity, getting some other station decodes around the area here. That is pretty cool. And if you've ever had the opportunity to work 6 meters, that's cool on you. I think it's pretty cool trying to make some contacts, even if it's just in the next state over. They do call it the magic band for that reason of here 1 second and out the next, as we've seen already this afternoon. Having a dedicated beam for 6 meters would be kind of nice. I definitely don't have the real estate to do that. So we're using a vertical and also an MFJ cobweb antenna, also utilizing the Yaesu FTDX-10 and about 80 watts sitting right now on 6 meters. Typically, I'm a QRP guy. Normally, I run 20 watts and under. And I figured if we're going to make contacts, we got to use a little bit of power for 6 meters. From everything I read and heard online, not that you can't do it with QRP, but it just makes it that much more difficult when band conditions are already up and down. So both my antennas are roughly 20 feet and 26 feet, I think, or 28 feet respectively, the vertical and the beam. Again, the MFJ cobweb beam is beaming west, or a little bit northwest, actually. So it is pointing that direction, and then the Comet vertical, the CH-A250 HD, is mounted 20 feet off the ground, and that is a no radial system. That is a base-loaded coil that works okay. Previous to that, I had a Butternut HF6V antenna, which was a really good antenna. You had to have somewhat of a ground plane for it, so I had ground radials, which were all over the backyard, and I had since replaced that with the Comet, trying to be less of a nuisance in the backyard. So that way it keeps everybody happy. All right, so I was doing a little CQing there, and also had to turn down the VHF UHF radio as it was coming in. But yeah, I was calling CQ, and uh, nothing, nothing coming back. So the band might be fading out again a little bit. I can still see some signals in the waterfall. Not sure who we're hearing or seeing right there. N4NJJ, Bill, he's local. And then NO7BS is also local Las Vegas, Delta Mike 2625, somewhere around here in the valley. 26, there you go. So yeah, very good. All right, well, it's what, almost been 43 minutes. I'll let this go about another 2 minutes, and I think we'll wrap the stream up here for this one. Maybe get on a little bit later. Again, if you're new to the channel, give a like, give a thumbs up, a subscription. But I would appreciate that. Trying to gain maybe some more subscribers to do some more content. One of the projects on the bench currently is, so I got to resolder this guy back down again. That is disappointing. But yeah, nonetheless, it is this right here, which is a Pico TNC. It is a tiny TNC emulator put out by N7WDZ Gene, and then also KF7 PSM Peter. So this is a neat little device if you're trying to get onto packet, 2-meter packet. You can take and purchase the board, and that is just a Raspberry Pi Pico, and it is a TNC emulator that works quite well, actually. So this is one of the projects I got going, playing around with here. We'll see if we can make one more content. Oh, there we go, W5RF. Okay. Robert down in Texas. Very cool. And let's see. Maybe we can hopefully make the contact with him. All right, there we go. W5RF. Sent to +7 and received a -9. So there we go. Very good. Appreciate that. Thanks, Robert, for the contact on 6 meters FT8. I'll take and get you in the logbook here. Just that simple with Mac Logger DX. And it'll take and it will send to QRZ. So appreciate that. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to jump out of here and still keep playing with some radio. So, hey, 73s until next time. Keep playing amateur radio. Have fun. And maybe we'll be streaming a little bit later on this evening. Take care.